He stands over 9 feet tall, covered in bronze and feared by an entire army. But today, the giant Goliath meets his match, not in a king, but in a shepherd boy with 5 smooth stones and a heart of courage. Bible Quest Studio presents David and Goliath. Witness the moment where faith proved that no giant is too big to fall.
The armies of Israel and the Philistines were gathered for war, standing on opposite hills with a valley separating them. The entire army of Israel was paralyzed by fear because of one man, Goliath, the Philistine champion. Goliath was massive, nearly 10 feet tall, covered from head to toe in heavy bronze armor and carrying a spear with an iron point that weighed 15 pounds. Every morning and every evening, he would march down into the valley and shout taunts at the Israelites. "Why have you come out to draw up for battle? I am a Philistine, and you are the servants of Saul. Choose a man and let him come down to me. If he can kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I overcome him, you will be our subjects." For 40 agonizing days, Goliath repeated this challenge. King Saul and the entire army of Israel were terrified. No one dared to face the giant. Into this atmosphere of fear walked a young shepherd boy named David. His 3 older brothers were serving in Saul's army, and David had been sent by his father, Jesse, to bring them food. David was completely unaware of the tension until he arrived and heard Goliath's blasphemous challenge. "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" David's oldest brother, Eliab, immediately grew angry, accusing David of pride and neglecting his sheep. But David ignored the insult. His heart burned with outrage that this giant dared to mock the Lord of Israel. When his words were reported to King Saul, David was brought before the king. King Saul looked at the young boy, who was still just a teenager and had little faith. "You are not able to go out against this Philistine and fight him. You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth." David respectfully disagreed. He explained that as a shepherd, he had faced and defeated lions and bears that had tried to steal his sheep. He boldly declared that the same God who protected him from those beasts would protect him from this man. "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." Convinced, Saul agreed to let him go, offering David his own bronze armor. But Saul's armor was too heavy and clumsy for the boy. David took it off, choosing instead to trust the tools and skills he knew best. David went down to a stream bed and carefully selected 5 smooth stones. He put them in his shepherd's bag, grabbed his sling, and began walking toward the valley floor, ready to face the giant. When Goliath saw David approaching, a handsome, youthful boy with no sword and no shield, he was highly insulted. He roared with contempt. "I am a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here, and I'll give your flesh to the birds and the wild animals." David did not flinch. He shouted back his famous declaration of faith, not in his weapon, but in his God. "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. The battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you into our hands." David ran toward the giant. He reached into his bag, took out a stone, placed it in his sling, and whirled it with all his might. The stone flew through the air with deadly accuracy and struck Goliath right on his unprotected forehead. The massive Goliath crashed forward, face first onto the ground. The terrifying giant who had held an entire army captive by fear was defeated by a single perfectly placed stone thrown by a boy. David ran over, took Goliath's own sword, and cut off his head, ensuring the giant was truly dead. When the Philistines saw their champion was defeated, their hearts broke, and they turned and fled in terror. The Israelites rushed out of their camp, shouting with victory, and chased them all the way back to their cities. The story of David and Goliath is about courage through faith. It teaches us that the size of our problem is insignificant when compared to the greatness of our God. When we fight our battles in the name of the Lord, our victory is certain because the battle belongs to Him.
Thanks for watching Bible Quest Studio. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for another journey through God's Word.